you doing, guys? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome to Fuel Harvest Together. It is a multiplayer game, but I have no friends, so I get to play a single player. And here we go. I'm so lonely. Right, I'm not going to do the tutorial. I've done the tutorial, and I can explain how things go, and it works. I mean, if you want to do the tutorial, be my guest. It's all good. First off, open your door. Secondly, change your company logo. You can have any of these logos. It's pretty cool. I'm going to go with the retro look. I do like it. And it's going to be called Hybrid Oil. We're not ripping anybody off at all whatsoever. Don't worry. Save. Now, you can play this. I think it's up to 3 friends. So if you've got 3 friends, you'll be fine. It's all good. If not, it's going to be a bit grindy for you because you're on your own, just like me, all alone. Apart from that, I'm all right. So what is this and what am I doing? First off, because I skipped the tutorial, I get the things you get from the tutorial for free. You get them for free anyway. It's all good. Number 1 on the left, we have a gasoline tank that basically makes gas out of oil, and on the right we have our production thing that makes everything else out of oil: air fresheners, regular motor oil, production wheels, so on and so forth. So all those people that go, oh, we need to ban oil, lots of stuff gets made of oil. It's a bit of a shame. Now, anything that you make and everything else can be sold in your shop. Yay, you have a shop. Now, this is where having friends helps. Whilst one person is making something, the other person can be putting stuff in your storage, the other person running your store. You'll make money and it's all good. Now, I'll see if I can jump into somebody else's game at some point in the future. We'll see how things go. Until then, we're going to go off and we're going to go rent our first piece of land. Well, for an hour. And the reason why we're going to do it for an hour is because the first piece of land is basically, hi, this is the tutorial. Do you want to come and give it a go? So this is how it all works. Base. Let's get out my truck. Need to rent the land for $250 for an hour. Now we can buy the site for 25 grand, but at the beginning you don't really care. You're just renting and just going for it. Now an hour, it is a full hour. So if you're going to play this game with your friends for a full hour, it's all good. Now, metal detecting. It's a bit strange. We're actually detecting oil, so it'll be in here somewhere. Right in front of me. Right in front of me. Right, pickaxe. And it splurges everywhere. Excellent. So this is an oil source. Now, you can keep hitting the oil source, and rocks do come off of it, and you do earn certain things. So I've got sandstone, which is pretty cute. Can we do it again? I think we're done. Oh, no, we're not. Look, I got more stone. I got some peridot. Lovely. That one's empty. And what about this one? I think that's just a rock. Oh no, that one looks different. No, it's not. So these collections go into here. I've got a peridot and a sandstone, and my collection is worth $5,000. I have no idea what any of this means, by the way, because there's lots of collections. You can get the metal collection, you can get the crystal collection, and you got the fossil collection as well. So as you go through this game, more collections, more stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing some of that as well. Now, what we have to do is click on the oil source, and we basically bring in one of these things. Now, obviously, because we're poor, we've only got $850. We could do the old pump, which basically is a 2-star. It's not too bad. We're all good. But this is the only 2 you can really do to start with are the old pump and the rusty pump, because they're for barrels. We don't own a tanker truck, so we're going to have to do this with barrels. So I'm going to do the 160 to make things a little bit cheaper on us as well, which is good. And then you have to play the little mini game to go and like drill oil. And now this well will keep producing oil until it sets itself on fire, because it's an old rusty pump jack. Yeah, and it actually will set itself on fire. It's really weird, even though there's nothing there to burn. It's just metal. So here we go. We're going to start producing our own crude oil. Now, there are several ways you can use crude oil. Number 1, you can use it for building gasoline, which is using the gas tank that we've got, and I'll show you that in just a second. Or what we can do is we can make our own products out of the oil we're obtaining, and this basically means we can sell it in our shop. So you've got 2 different ways of making money. This is why having friends helps, because one person can literally man the shop whilst one person's out here getting oil, and then the other person could be making stuff whilst the other one's running around like a blue ass fly in his truck, selling stuff and doing stuff. And, you know, just tell your friends what to do, so you're keeping them under a close whip. Yeah, it does help. Or play the game like myself, like a loner, a billion no mates. where I've got no friends, apart from the people who watch this video, so thank you very much for just showing your support. It means a lot. I used to call these nodding donkeys until I actually found out they're called pump jacks. I don't know if I was right or not. I mean, it looks like a weird nodding donkey. Okay, so we've got 9 barrels, which is all we can carry. So we're just going to trundle back, and I'm going to set it up so we're just going to lay out the barrels, mainly because I know at some point it's going to set itself on fire. How I know this? Because I've already done this. It's the magic of YouTube. What most of us tend to do is we play a game through the tutorial, and then we look at it and go, right, okay, cool, we know what we're doing, and then we come across a little bit smarter than we actually are. Whereas myself, I'm a bit of a donut. So I played the game a little bit to go, right, I kind of know what I'm doing, but I will be brutally honest with people. So this is what I mean. If you had friends, your friends could literally take all this oil off you now, and whilst you're going between collections, someone could be in here printing stuff off, making gasoline, that sort of stuff, and then you go running back to the pump jack. Someone else could be like boxing stuff up and putting stuff in the shop, and then someone else opens up the shop. Oh dear, see, I told you it would happen. My pump jack's on fire. Didn't take very long, did it? Only takes, what, a couple of minutes? I'll show you how long it took, because we've got the timer up on the board. So let's get out and have a look. So this was an hour renting. I've literally been doing this for 8 minutes, and my pump jack is on fire. There we go. So they'll last for 8 minutes. They'll produce, I mean, what did we get? That's 18, 19, 20, 23 bottles, 23 like barrels of oil. It's not bad. 23 barrels in 8 minutes, and then it decides to commit airy kerry. Look at that. What a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, when things go wrong. Right, so then we destroy it off, and we get some money back for it. So we've got 660, we're all right, and then we're all good. So what we're going to do, what are we doing with all this oil? Well, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with all the oil. 9 barrels of this is going to be turned into like gasoline, and the other 9 barrels we're going to turn into stuff. So this is basically a reskinned supermarket simulator game with a few extra bits in it, because the few extra bits you're going to be using for like with your friends to do certain things. And I know I keep saying with your friends. I said you can play this game single player. It's not going to harm you any. It's just a bit more of a grind for just one person. Right, I'm going to top this up to 100 litres, and then we can do some proper work. 80, 90, 100. So that's 100 litres straight in. Now there are two nozzles. You've got that nozzle there, and you've got this inlet here. That's basically for when you get a tanker, you can shove it straight in. It's all good. Now a tanker, I actually don't know how much a tanker can. Here you go. These are trucks. These are what we can get. So these are tankers. Obviously 2,000 we can get for that. Amazing. You can get these, absolutely amazing. And you can get pallet jacks as well. Fun and games for the whole family. So if you do want to get like the black truck, you can get like, you know, you can get the $4,000 truck, and then you get a £2,000 trailer, and it's purely up to you. As said, you can get friends, so that's why there's all these different colored cars. So each one of you can drive a different colored car. You can each drive a different colored trailer. It's the world is your oyster when it comes to not as much customization as you want. Anyways, bargaining ability increases negotiation skills up by 5%, sorry, and I can buy that for 100. Detector distance plus 25 times, and we can do drones, gemstones, increase the chance of finding gemstones 125%, and market master allows sales more than 10% above their market value. So you're able to upgrade all of this stuff to make you more profitable than you should be, which isn't too bad. Now I'm going to up my negotiation by 5% because we're going to go and try and rip somebody off of our gas prices, because we can. So you take one of these, and when it's finished, you lob it in the back of your truck. You take another one, and you do this 9 times. And all the while, that thing at the bottom that says, please press the key for the next day, it's still day 1. 6 PM, it's all good. So the main reason why I'm doing this is because we need to buy stuff So if we go into the industrial store and have a look for like small shelves and everything else, these are quite expensive. £400 for a shelf, we got £1,000 for a shelf, and I need shelves. The reason why I need shelves is so we can sell some product, and we haven't got enough shelf space to like use up the 100 litres of oil in there. So I want a few more tables and bits and pieces first, and this is why I'm going to be selling gasoline to start with, because I want to get rid of all of this stuff, make some cash, buy some stuff that we can actually put stuff out that we can actually make a shop properly, instead of like struggling with just one tiny table, because one tiny table is just not good enough. Right, and there we go. All right, and now if I had enough money, then we would look into we would probably get ourselves a gasoline silo, which is $2,500, and we basically take one of these things, we put our fuel in it, and then we can just leave it there. You know, we don't have to worry about making up so much as we got, which is fine, but you know, we'll get there eventually. Right, I suppose I better start a new day. Resting. I'm resting. Right, yeah, and good morning. Back once again for the mini game. Now I'm going to go this way because the gas man's like 300 yards up this road. It's not too far away compared to everybody else. Now if you follow this road around, basically it's a massive ring road. There's like 4 or 5 different fuel stations. The reason why is because if one of you guys has friends who fluff up one of the stations, then they don't want to negotiate you for a little bit, so you have to go off to the other fuel station and then you can negotiate with that person. Can we knock you up to 20%? Negotiation successful. Fantastic. So what I can do is I can now take my gasoline barrel and pour it in here, and now I'm getting paid extra money for what I'm giving him. Now he's ordered 40, so this means I'm gonna have to go to a different person because he doesn't want to take any more on. All right, fuel ordered 40, current fuel 40. I've still got 50 barrels. Well, I've still got 5 barrels left, so now we get to go off and like talk to another fuel station. Again, this is another problem when they've only ordered like 20 litres, and you're like, oh no, I've got to go to somewhere else, and it's even further away. Why did you just stop in the middle of the road, you moron? Whatever. All right, station number 2, jolty and stuttery. All right, each station's different, by the way. They're all pretty cool. They've got their own little things going on in here. I have no idea if we can't do anything with cars. They're just here to make it look nice, I suppose. And you know, oh, it's a working garage. Oh, okay. Not sure about the big rock in the middle of the like the garage with it. How you doing, buddy? I can do. We do 20%. 20%'s fine. Thank you very much, matey. Right, so here we go. Whack that in there. So this guy ordered 100 litres. Downside is I don't have 100 litres, and even then I've only got like only enough space for 90. So for this guy, it would actually be beneficial to start saving up ready for a big truck, and then you turn up and go, sure mate, I've got you sorted, you know. There we go. That's all I can do, but I've got $973 now. And I've still got 100 litres of fuel in my warehouse, which is what we're going to go play with now. I'm just going to cut across the country. I can't be bothered with the road. I know where I live. It's the big metal building over there. Now, like I said, if you have friends, then that lot over there that's basically, you know, you're timed up for an hour. For an hour, that a person could sit there and take all the barrels off and keep them coming and keep them being shoved up, and then you can keep making stuff. And then you can keep making stuff for a whole hour. You're going to get a couple of reps out of like the rusty nodding donkey for a little bit, or the pump jack, and then you know the lot will close itself up. By that time you probably would have made a lot more money than me, but this is just because I'm playing on my own. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into here. Now we're going to produce wheels, so I'm going to do a couple of tables of wheels. I should get myself a pump jack. like one of the actual like pump trucks. So I'm gonna pop this. Yeah, a little bit janky on the old like putting stuff down. So that's tires. I think we can only make tires and regular fuel for now. Alright, once we've got all our stock done, we can put it all in our shop. Now we haven't got a lot of a shop. Alright, we've got a couple of tables, we've got a couple of bits and pieces, and that's literally it. So what I'm going to do is my shelves coming. Yeah, there's no. Where are my shelves? Are they being delivered to my warehouse? Oh yeah, they are. So I have to get all the way from here, and I have to go all the way down here, and then we're good. Right. Yeah. Right. So I'm going to move this. I'll put this there, so we can have 5 lots of oil. Right, market value is $10. If we do this for, I'm gonna do this for $12 a gallon, or however much that is. That's fine. And then, can I get the other 2 shells? Oh, that's $5.50. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. Leaves me with $23. But that's completely fine. And the reason why it's completely fine is because I've still got another 4 barrels of oil that I need to turn into gasoline, and I've also got another. I can I make money from that, and I've got all these products to sell as well. So I've got to make money from it all somewhere, right? Alright, that's the tyres done. Edit the price for these. We'll do these for $16 a tyre. Right, so yeah, we should be completely fine. Now all I've got to do is start the day and push in. Resting, a new day is about to start. And we're open! Yay me! So as you've seen, that person just spawns next to the road, and then they're walking towards my store. Zombies. I hate zombies. Don't care about zombies. Good morning, sir. Welcome to my brand new shop. Would you like some oil, or would you like some tires? So we sell. Oh, you want an oil and tire? That's money. Thank you. I don't have to scan. I don't have to scan cards. I don't have to deal with people's money. All I literally have to do is put it in a box, and they're doing it for me. The game is playing itself now, apart from me having to push the button. That's it. We're up $115. We're level 2. Yay! All right, there, Margeezer. You want yourself some special stuff? There you go. Have your tire for 16 buckaroos. Now, 16 bucks is pretty cheap for a tire, considering that most garages around here charge like 30 quid a tire. Well, for my car it is. Oh, and the small wheels. $16. Thank you, ma'am. Right, we're at 159. So this is 1 day's worth of trading. This is 1 load of oil, one pump truck donkey thing, and what you can get out of it. Oh yeah, and you can expand your store as well. And just like every other supermarket simulator game, basically you are playing until everything is sold, and then you have to go and make everything else. That's the problem. So this is again why friends help, because whilst you're standing here doing this and pushing a button to make sure all the sales are going through, one of your friends is digging for oil, the other one's making stuff with the oil, and then you've got another truck possibly going off and doing deliveries. It's basically all you need to do. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's completely fine. Don't worry about it. And look, we're already at $407, and I've still got stuff to show for it, like stuff I've still created, and I've got all my tables still. This guy's gonna like bankrupt himself on this stuff. It's amazing. But yeah, the money comes in well, and the shop itself isn't too bad. My downside is, if you're going to play this on your own, and I've said this before, if you're going to play this game on your own, it's going to take you a longer time to do stuff. There is going to be a grinding process. You are going to be spending a lot more time going, oh my god. But with your friends, it just won't take as much time to get things rolling. So we started with $1,100 because we skipped the tutorial, and we're almost, I mean, I would say that the whole investment thing isn't too bad, from basically selling fuel to doing this. Right, should just be this last customer. Brilliant. Not too shabby. And there we are, $703 in sales, plus all the stuff we sold with like up gasoline. We've also got 4 more barrels of this stuff, so we'll get this done as well. I'll go down to a different fuel station, see if we can get rid of all 4 barrels in one go. Here we are. How you doing, bud? How about we try for 30%? Negotiation successful. All right. Right, it's $48 a barrel. There you go, $898.30. And that is after everything. And admittedly, I mean, we're not going to get the extra money we got for like renting the land, but I've only been playing this demo, well, I've only been playing this game for 34 minutes, which means that land probably still has about 30 minutes left on it, which means I could do it all over again. Let's just go and check it. 27 minutes. So yeah, basically we can do a bit more detecting. Right in front of me we struck oil. Right, I think I'm done on gemstones and stuff, so we'll set up another if I set up another rusty pump jack, we'll get another 18 or so barrels out of it. But now we've already set up the shelving and we've already set up the shop, all we need to do now is just start producing oil. That's basically it, and then we're done. And you can do this for as long as you want. And coming from a single player, this isn't going to be one of those games that I feel a lot of people who are going to play this are going to play this for a little bit and then just go, well, you know, I mean, it's not a bad game, but, and the but is going to be the grind. It's going to be the, I have to spend all my time doing this. I'm going to have to save up to just do this. And that's where it's going to be harder for single players. When it comes to multiplayer, you get your friends online, you set up one of these, you do a production line with those people. Once one of your pump jacks has died, you just quickly belt out another one and another one and another one until basically you've used up your full hour of time. Because just for an hour working on this, it hasn't been too bad. Imagine doing this for like 20 hours. I kind of feel that's where it's going to get a bit more grindy. All in all, it's not a bad game. I mean, it's a fairly simple pick up and play. You don't really have to be a genius to do anything in this game. I mean, hell, I'm playing this, which means you really don't need to be a genius. But it's a nice little game that's not going to be too taxing on the brain, that you can sit around and enjoy with your friends on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon when your kids are playing on their tablets or on their consoles, or, you know, if you're single, have fun basically. But if you're a family person and you've got nothing to do on a rainy day and your kids are tableted up and you're all good, then at the end of the day, what's going to stop you messing around on a couple of games? And it's going to be that one game. A couple of you and your friends are going to pick it up and go, you know what, do you want to give it a go? Yeah, all right, we'll play it. Spend a couple of hours messing around and just having a social. I think that's the good side about this game is there doesn't need to be a massive amount of coordination. It's just, have you got any stuff? Yeah, sure, mate, we've got this. Cool. What, did you see that match last night? And then you can just have your own conversations and everything else. And that's what I like about it. If you've got friends and you're going to play this, the social game on this is pretty cool. You know, you can just chill. There's nothing really to majorly think about. You'll be okay. But for a single player, for like myself, it's a real grind. And it's going to be a real grind. Saving up for all your machines, making sure you've got all the processes going, you know, trying to get everything going as quickly as possible. You know, it's not going to be... And that blew up a little bit sooner than the last time. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Well, I mean, in all honesty, we got 18 barrels out of this one, so that's not bad. Okay, 17. So we'll destroy the jack. Well, and there we go. My final donkey, or pump jack, is no more once again. Draws a 1, baby. And it's blown its lid once again. Anyways, at least we got a decent amount out of it this time. $40 back. And because we've only got 16 minutes left. It's not really worth doing another one for now, and if I wanted to, I could lease the land for longer. We can do a lot more pumping. It just means that it can be done. It's just, again, playing on your own, you might as well just stock up as much as you can for an hour's worth of drilling, and then just do as much as you possibly can. Now, when it comes to expansions, these are our store expansions, and we've got our warehouse expansions. So it's going to cost quite a bit of money to expand all the way through. So be prepared to spending a lot of money. And apart from that, really, that's about it. Really, you know, it's basically a game where you've got to create your own wealth, and you can do that by selling fuel and making products. That's the whole game, and it's not bad. Like I said, and I'll say this for the final time, if you're playing this on your own, it's going to be a lot of a grind. If you're playing this with friends, it's just a chill social game that isn't going to feel like you're doing much. You know, you're just going to have fun and just play. But yeah, it's a lot easier when you've got friends. So for that whole hour, I've created, I did all the stuff that we sold off for the gasoline. We did the tires and the oil for our shop. We made what, nearly $900 in profit. We did 2 more pump jacks, and I've got another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32, 35 barrels of oil out of the ground. And then that means what I'll do is half of this I'll turn into gas, half of this I'll turn into products. We'll chuck it all through the shop and we'll be all good. And then from there, you go into your map, and so you go map, you can drill zone 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there's 6 places you can go. There's different fuel stations you can get to as well. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole game. Really is. Because that's what you're going to be doing. You're just going to keep expanding your empire and expanding your empire, doing more and more, and then you're going to get yourself a crude oil tanker, and you're just going to go balls to the wall on delivering oil. For me, I don't really see myself playing this game as much. Maybe 1 video a week and we'll see where we go, but it is all about the grind. It is all about just like having to keep going and going and going, and getting into that like gaming loop of just drilling oil, changing oil, selling oil, drilling oil, changing oil, selling oil. And there's not a lot that I really can see in this game. I'd like to see expansions, and I'd like to see the game being made bigger and better, but again, like I said, it's more of a multiplayer experience, this one, and for a solo player, I would really say there's not a lot in it compared to other games that you can play with your friends. But that's just me. I'd love to hear your comments in the down below, and if you're looking at playing this game with your friends, then enjoy it, be happy. Don't let one weirdo like myself tell you otherwise. I'm just giving you my opinions on the game and what I can see from it, and like I said, it's very easy to pick up and play. There's nothing majorly wrong with this game at all. It's just very simple, and it feels like it's been stripped back to just basically be as simple as possible for multi people to come in and just have fun. You know, it's not a brain teasing game. It's literally just to chill with your friends and have a laugh. So if you have enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe and notification button below. We'll see how things go. So until my next video, live stream, or whatever else I do, have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Peace out. Have fun. Enjoy everything you guys do. Boom. Fist bump to you.